Las Bandidas.
Los recuerdos que me llevan a soñar. Bandidas las que un día aprendieron a amar. Dulces como tus besos, dulce el sabor del tiempo, como un barril añejo, todo un recuerdo, son las bandidas de mi corazón. Bandidas, bandidas, los recuerdos que me llevan a soñar. Bandidas, bandidas, tú y yo nos volvemos a encontrar. Tomaremos otra copa hasta el final.
Las Bandidas.
Bandidas las que un día
Las Bandidas.
aprendieron a amar.
I will review it, and I'll correct it, and I'll send it back by mail, all right?
It has to be printed, but I won't be in the laboratory.
So where do you want me to bring it, then?
Well, you could bring it to my house.
Rodrigo, considering the circumstances, I don't think that's appropriate.
You can just leave it and then go. And tell that veterinarian to come here. I want to see him.
What do you want with him?
Nothing that has to do with you, my dear. I just want him to examine the animals that I bought. Sweetie, where are you going?
To the fields!
Ruben, go with Amparo.
Frankly, I can go by myself, Daddy. Nobody needs to come with me.
Go on, just go with her.
That woman came here to tell my father everything that Rodrigo Irazabal was thinking. Nanny, they're preparing to sue Dad about the land.
My goodness, not again.
You and I, buddy. It's time for us to resolve our unfinished business.
Bandidas
Las Bandidas.
aprendieron a amar.
I just want to make this clear. I have no
Shut
pending
up,
issues.
shut up. It's too late for you to talk. But now is the time for you to pay all of your debts.
Instead of making things better, this will make them worse.
Oh, really? And you have the guts to threaten me now, Alonso?
Okay, if you want to fight,
So you're still upset, Amparo?
That's none of your business, actually. And besides, I didn't ask you to come, so stop bothering me.
Your father told me to accompany you
Oh,
here.
yeah, sure, and you made him beg, right?
Nobody complains when Mr. Olegario gives an order. Do you know what I remember? When we were really young, we used to ride together all day long. We used to ride in this savannah from top to bottom, passing through all kinds of roads that we could see. Do you remember? In fact, our first kiss happened on one of those roads, and I'm pretty sure about that. Yes?
That wasn't even a real kiss,
It was a real
Ruben.
kiss. That
no,
was a
no,
real
no,
kiss.
It
It
wasn't.
counts as a real
because
kiss.
we were young and we were only children at that time. My goodness. But we're not children anymore, Ben.
Yes, you're right. We're not those children anymore.
Dime si este sentimiento que hoy sientes tú.
Nanny, you have witnessed all the hate between our two families for the longest time. You know perfectly why this hatred erupted and lasted for decades. I don't understand why you insist on keeping quiet about this. Why don't you tell me?
Darling, because I know exactly where my place is. And all the problems of your family are really none of my business. I don't know that truth.
Oh, for heaven's sake. You've been working for my father for so many years, even before my sisters and I were born. You're not blind. Why lie to me? Why do you insist on hiding the truth that this ranch really belonged to Tulio Irazabal? Tell me. My father had told me, but I'm sure that there's something more, Nanny. Look at the reaction on your face right now. It's the same exact face my father makes every time I come up with a subject. What is with Tulio Irazabal and this family that I still don't know about?
please take a seat? I'm going to let Mr. Rodrigo know you're here.
Yes, thank you.
Doing here? How dare you come into my house just like that?
I've always dreamed that, when you come back from your trip, everything would be like it used to be. When we used to ride around here all day and we'd get lost without a care in the savannah. I dreamed that the same old feeling would still exist within you, you know. That very nice feeling without any anger and without...
Stop it, Ruben. Let's not think about those things.
You're a grown woman now, Amparo. You're a very beautiful woman. And I'm a man here, and all these feelings I still have for you. All of it, all of these beautiful things that we have always felt when we were really young, when we lived around here, lost in all of these quiet fields, these are still alive in me, you know that? So...
Ruben, please don't do this.
No, I won't do anything you don't want, Amparo. Nothing you don't want me to do. But you can't deny that all of these feelings, that all this passion we had even when we were young, you can't deny that it's still there and alive.
Dime si este sentimiento que hoy siento yo.
So what's the meaning of all this then? Will you please tell me? If my father bought this land and has all the necessary documents in order, then why is there so much hatred among the Irazabals, Nanny? Tell me, why did the lawyer come over and why did he get very nervous and worried?
My dear, those are too many questions that I just can't answer at this moment.
Because you don't know or you don't want to answer? Tell me something, Nanny. How was this land transferred to my father's name then?
Zenaida has nothing to tell you, my dear.
But Daddy,
Leave me alone with her, please. Fabiola, if you really insist, you can take a look at the ownership documents concerning the ranch. If that's what you're interested in, because you don't believe what I say. But I think it's really incredible that you're doubting your own father just because of senseless rumors that are circulating. And for all of these things, I'll have to thank the Irazabals. They've sown so much hatred in my family.
No, Daddy, there's no hatred within our family. Because I'm your daughter, I just want to be sure that everything that concerns you is in order. And that there's no reason why your name has to be questioned by many because you're a man who has done things well in this place.
Of course I have. But they don't want to admit that there was indeed a legal agreement about the land. And you know the reason. Because I was just a simple foreman back then. And Tulio was a very prominent and well-educated man. That's why they couldn't accept it then. And that's why it hurts them even now.
I came here to bring these documents.
I'm not interested in why you came over. If you have even a tiny hint of shame in you, you wouldn't dare set foot in this house.
I am here strictly for work-related matters. Believe me, I don't want to be an inconvenience to you either.
Don't keep pretending that you're innocent. You and your family are to blame for all the misfortunes and tragedies in this house. What do you want from us this time? To take away this land from us too?
I don't understand. What are you talking about?
Come on! Take the ace out of your sleeve and then tell me what you want.
Nothing, Mother. This really was not necessary at all. I asked her to do some work that no one else in this town can do. Well, I'm sorry if you don't know how to differentiate the good from the bad.
I know how to tell the good from the bad. But apparently it's you who can't realize that. You know, Rodrigo, you're old enough to know that it's inappropriate to mix your work with your pleasure and cheap lewd acts.
Excuse me, what are you implying with
Dare
that?
you say
are you
that to
implying
her?
that I'm a tramp? Is that what you're trying to say? You're a woman too, and you're putting yourself down by treating me this way and insulting me without any proof. And it's more pathetic to see that you don't respect your very own son. A worthy and respectable man like Rodrigo doesn't deserve a tactless mother like you. No, he doesn't deserve that.
Mother, you don't have the right to insult her and treat her like that. It was me. I was the one who asked her to come over and do this job. I'm not going to forgive you for this. Corina!
There's no reason why I have to put up with that. It was too humiliating, but I didn't choose to tell her what she deserved because
Corina,
she's your
please.
mother.
Will you
Let me
please,
go.
Corina?
Let me go.
Corina! Believe me, I'm very, very sorry. That wasn't my intention. I simply wanted to... Oh, goodness. I told you to come here mainly because I was foolish and insensitive enough to hope my mother would see you in a different light.
Of course she won't see me any other way. She won't see me in any other way because she is very sick with hatred. And because of that hatred, she will never change the way she sees my father
Corina,
or my
I'm
family.
going to
That
talk to
will
her.
never
I'm going
change.
to talk to her after this, and I'm going to tell her to stop judging you because you have nothing to do with all
What
of
are you going
this.
to talk to her for? For what reason? It doesn't make sense anymore. It doesn't make sense because you also see my father as if he were solely to blame for whatever happened to your brother. It's you too.
Oh, that's not the same thing.
No,
please.
no, it's the exact same
Goodness,
thing.
Corina. None of that should matter to both of us now. I beg you. None of that. We should forget the past, especially when we're together, Corina.
No, we can't forget it. And you know the reason why? Because you and I are marked by the past and that will never change. And I am sure that you will always see me as the daughter of the man whom you see as a murderer. Of course, you can never change that. By the way, here's what you wanted. It's already done.
Son tan dulces tus miradas, inocentes tus palabras.
I have to go.
Aroma fresco que robó mi corazón. Una insinuación puede desatar.
I never doubted your every single word, Dad. In fact, I know that you're the first one who wants your daughters to understand what was going on, and someday, when these lands will be passed on to us, we will know the entire truth. And for sure, there will be no more questions from all of us.
Well, of course you're right. Because you all will inherit my properties. And of course my wife will too.
No. No, of course not. You can't do this to your daughters.
Malena has as much rights as you three do, Fabiola.
Daddy, Malena doesn't deserve anything that's yours, my goodness. She doesn't even deserve your love.
Stop it, Fabiola. You're going to start with that again. She's my wife, okay?
Someday you will realize that what I've been telling you is absolutely true. But no, let's not talk about ugly things. Let's stop talking about death because no one's going to die. In fact, you'll be with me for as long as I live.
Fabiola, you're being very immature and you know it. That day will come for sure. We both know that. And when that time comes, you will have to do my last will and testament.
Excuse me, boss.
What is it?
Mr. Sergio and the veterinarian are killing each other in the stables right now.
Oh no, not again.
Stop that! Drop it!
Alonso!
What's the meaning of all this? This house is not a boxing ring, okay? I don't want this to happen on my land again. Get the heck out! Get out now! And you turned out to be a bully as well.
You should have assumed that this could happen sooner or later.
Don't talk to me like that.
What do you want? You want me to thank you for telling this jerk to come here?
I thought you two were adults. I was wrong.
You should say that to him instead.
Where do you think you're going?
Well, I'm leaving. The only thing I care about in this house is Fabiola.
But what about my horses? That's what I hired you for.
I know why you hired me. But despite all of these, I'll still check on your horses. But you look for somebody else to take care of it because I'm quitting.
No one resigns like this from my ranch.
I don't care whether you will accept it or not. I won't work from you from now on.
So wait.
Las bandidas.
Bandidas las que un día aprendieron.
Las bandidas.
All right, what's with the silence, my dear? It's not normal for you.
Nothing ever happens in this town.
How are my good Samaritans doing right now?
Come in, Father, come in.
What is it?
Mr. Horacio, I've been doing some auditing, and I'm afraid we're going to need much more than the people's compassion and offerings for us to get that church fully functioning soon. The only thing that works there right now are the church bells. And the money you collected aren't enough and won't go very far.
Sometimes the amount of money doesn't go very far, Father. Even the old priest of the church during those times when he was still with us couldn't convince people to help him with the offerings. At the end of his days, he said that everything would change around here. And then he talked about some burial all the time.
Who could tell? I mean, maybe he felt like his days were near, Mr. Horacio.
No, it's the money that has been buried. He said he had the clue to a specific buried fortune. These are stories about the past saying that people really buried their money as well as their jewelry. And you know what, Father? The fortune stayed buried forever.
You're talking about a buried treasure that was. Where can we find these treasures? Do you know where?
Well, who could tell? The poor fool took his secret to the grave, Father.
What is this? The ancient burial rites? The ancient burial rites. I worked so hard to learn about the new burial, then I'm going to learn the ancient one. No.
Well, my favorite type of music is romantic music. I really love it because it relaxes me so much.
Do you know what it reminds me of?
What is it?
The day you danced gracefully in your school show back then.
You were really there?
Mm-hmm.
Where were you? I didn't see you. Were you alone?
Well, no, I went with a friend.
Of course you were there with your girlfriend. With Angelina, of course. She was your girlfriend. Well, I don't know if she still is
No, not anymore. It's over between us. I broke up with her that very same day.
Is that so?
Dinora, this is Ricarda.
Ricarda, what a surprise. Why are you calling? Is something wrong?
No. Everything is fine, but something could happen.
I don't understand what you want to tell me.
No. I can't tell you over the phone. Listen, you have to come here at home immediately. Because otherwise you're going to lose Rodrigo forever. Do you hear me?
All right, Ricarda, I understand. I'll just finish a few things over here and then I'll call you right back, okay?
I don't have the need to start a fist fight with anybody, Fabiola.
I know that.
Even less with a jerk like Sergio. I don't understand how you could have been that idiot's
Please,
girlfriend.
calm down. I'm the first one to think that this should have never happened at
Then
all,
go and
Alonso.
tell that to your father.
Oh, for Pete's sake, you're not going to think he agrees with what just happened.
No. But it really bothers me that he thinks that we're all here according to his will. That we're all here as his servants.
Okay, just please don't mind my dad, okay? Because it's simply his way of being.
Being that doesn't clearly agree with mine. If there's something that bothers me, it's despotism.
Alonso, you're talking about my father.
That's exactly it. He's your father and not mine. Agreeing to take care of his animals in this land. doesn't make me one of his employees, and much less one of his slaves, so I can get the heck out whenever I want.
Okay, calm down. What's wrong? Why are you so upset?
What's wrong is that I reject violence. That's the reason why I left. To become a civilized man.
What's that? What's that again about leaving this place? Alonso, please tell me, have you been in San Lorenzo before?
You had no right to humiliate her the way you did a while ago, Mother.
She had no reason whatsoever to come to this house, Rodrigo.
She came over because I asked her to come over. It was me. If you have anything to complain about, Mother, then why don't you tell me, and not Corina? Look, this house is mine as well, and I'm not a little boy anymore. I know perfectly well what I'm doing, so will you please, I ask you, I'm begging you, to respect my decisions, Mother.
You may be a grown man now, Ricardo. But you're also a good man's brother, a very noble man whose life was ended all because of the father of that woman.
You know that's very clear to me, Mother. But you are missing the point.
Just as you so much defend that woman, you must remember how we suffered that night when they killed Tulio, and I could not care less, honestly. If we insult the entire Montoya family and all of their ancestors out there, the only thing that ties us to those people is a wasted life of your brother, and they will have to pay for sure.
Soraya!
What is it, sir?
Tell Remigio I'm waiting for him right now.
Right away, sir.
No, I heard what you just told me. You clearly told me that you left this place once. What do you mean by that?
It's a way of saying that's all.
No, it's not like that, Alonso. Tell me the truth. You've been to San Lorenzo before, is that right?
I was referring about the country, about a small province. That's what I meant.
I don't believe you, you know. I don't believe you because ever since I met you, I felt that in your past you have been to San Lorenzo. I don't know, by your way of thinking, or perhaps the things you say. I don't know.
It's really nothing. Why don't you believe me, my love?
When you told me about the young boy, that little boy in the abandoned cottage, it was as if you'd been there.
Cáceres. If you could calm down, we could talk this out in the best and most diplomatic way possible, am I right?
I already said what I had to say. I'm working only for Rodrigo Irazabal. And if I keep coming to this house, it will only be to see Fabiola. I'm not working for you anymore.
If I were you, I'd think it over and over, Cáceres. It's a bad strategy to go to the loser's side, you know that.
You know what? You can say whatever you want. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have things to do. I'll just see you later. I have to go now.
Who does he think he is, my dear? He is lucky you're in love with him, Fabiola. Well, because otherwise, I would have forced that man to repent his actions.
Come on, Dad.
He just defied your father.
Bandidas las que un día aprendieron.
Las Bandidas.
Bandidas las que un día aprendieron.
Las Bandidas.
You know, you shouldn't have gone as far as a fist fight again. And besides, I don't understand why Mr. Oligario left you there. Knowing how things between you and Alonso.
What's the matter, Pancho? You also want to talk about the subject?
No. Well, let me tell you something right now. Don't look for more fights with Alonso, okay? Now you know that he's not an easy wimp you can manipulate.
The veterinarian just got lucky this time. But that day will come when his luck will end. And I'll give that stupid jerk what he truly deserves.
How were the fields today, Miss Amparo?
Fine.
Come in.
Good afternoon, boss.
What is it you need?
Yes. Do you know where Alonso is?
Well, I think he should be here shortly. I remember he's moving out of the hotel room today and will be moving into Widow Tamayo's home. Maybe that's the reason why he's late today.
Do you have any idea if he's doing some kind of work for Olegario?
Well, yes. Yes, Mr. Rodrigo. I think he goes there because Mr. Olegario called him to check on male horses and new mares in his ranch. But you don't have to worry about it because Alonso only goes there during his free time and not on his work hours. Besides, he's a very responsible man, and he's there the whole time making sure
Don't you dare justify him. Go now, and as soon as you see him, tell him that I need to speak with him right away.
Okay. Excuse me, boss. Right away.
And hurry up.
Yes, definitely, boss.
So do you accept?
No, I don't know. Rodrigo, why are you doing this to me? Tell me why you are so set on taking me instead of other people.
Because I don't want anyone that's not you. Corina. There's no other woman.
You have to come to the house immediately. Because otherwise you're going to lose Rodrigo forever. Do you understand?
What's the matter, Denora? Why do you look so serious? Did they give you bad news?
No. I'm just lost in thought.
All right, let's talk later.
I'm going to have to do something as soon as possible to solve this problem.
Dime si este sentimiento que hoy siento dentro de mí. Dime si este sentimiento.
What did I just do? Oh my goodness, I can't. This can't be happening. Oh, no. No.
Surprise!
Reynaldo,
Did he tell you that he has lived here before?
No. He didn't tell me that, but then that's what I definitely understood, Daddy. You don't remember having seen him in town before?
I don't know. I'm not very sure about it. Sometimes I get the feeling that I have seen him somewhere before, but I just cannot remember where.
Excuse me, Mr. Olegario. They told me you wanted to see me now.
Yes.
You think that what you did back there is very nice? That was so disrespectful. How could you start a fist fight with Alonso, Serio?
Don't you dare meddle in men's issues, Fabiola.
Men's issue? Primitive men's issue?
No. I will fix this. Fabiola, leave us alone, please.
What's wrong with you, darling? You were just asking me to come a few days ago. Now that I'm here, you don't even thank me for the flowers. It seems you're not happy to see me.
Yes. Thank you for the flowers, Ray. They're very, very pretty. But the fact is that I didn't expect you. I didn't know that you were coming here. Why didn't you let me know?
That's precisely what I wanted. I wanted to surprise you today, Amparo.
Reynaldo, hello. I didn't know that you were here.
Well, I just arrived, Fabiola. And I'm glad somebody here is happy to see me.
Oh no, Reynaldo, my goodness, of course, I'm very, very happy that you're here, but the fact is that, I was writing all day and I'm really dirty and I'm all covered in dust and I just want to go upstairs to take a shower. But of course I'm very, very happy that you're here with me.
I'm glad, my love.
I'm very dirty. I'll just go upstairs to shower, to take a bath, yes.
Reynaldo, please understand her. You know her. You know what she's like. But I'm glad you're finally here. I'm happy. It's just that she's organizing a very important job for the ranch so well. Corey, look. Look who's here right now.
Hello, Reynaldo. How are you? Sorry, I've got things to do.
Hey now, what's going on in this house, I wonder? I'll just go and see what's going on right now. Just ask Zenaida if you need anything, okay? Excuse me.
Thank you, Fabiola.
I thought we understood each other, Sergio. Was I clear or wasn't I?
Yes, Mr. Olegario.
And I told you I didn't want any kind of fight in this house. Did I tell you or didn't I tell you?
Yes, sir, but what happened was
But I gave you an order. Why didn't you follow it?
Ruben, were you really working on the fields or were you rolling on the hills while playing? Look at you, you're dirty all over.
Julia, whether I'm dirty or not, that's not your problem. Do you understand?
What has gotten into you? Why did you answer Julia like that?
Corey. What happened?
Nothing.
Nothing? What do you mean nothing, Corey? Why are you so upset? Why are you crying right now? Did something happen with Rodrigo?
Oh, Fabiola.
You want to speak with me?
Yes, come in. What do you have there?
Nothing. I just bumped into a mule and that's it.
It's a mule from Olegario's ranch, isn't it? I don't want to meddle in your life anyway.
Then don't meddle in it, Rodrigo.
I think I've been very, very tolerant and permissive with you, Alonso. I'm sure you know perfectly well what the situation is between Olegario and I. And it's definitely imprudent for you to work for him and for me at the same time.
I only do a piece of work in this farmland. I check his horses only occasionally. And besides, I try not to be lax with my obligations.
But you know it's imprudent still. So I will have to ask you once and for all, Alonso, to resign from your part-time work with Olegario.
Bandidas las que un día aprendieron.
Las bandidas.
Bandidas las que un día aprendieron.
Las bandidas.
I don't care what your reasons may be or whatever personal problems you may have with the veterinarian, Sergio. This is my house, and my house must be respected.
Mr. Olegario, with all due respect, you should be the one who is most interested in wanting to keep that idiot away from your ranch. I'm telling you, you can't trust this veterinarian.
What is obvious right now is that you're pissed off at him because Fabiola left you for him. Is that it?
Who knows, he might have just made up that whole story to keep Fabiola deceived and dazzled like she is at this moment.
She has lost interest in you, Sergio. I warned you before. One more thing. I told you to shorten her reins, but you wasted so much time and didn't do it. So don't complain about it, and just leave them alone now. Just go on your own way.
Well, then you must tell me. Tell me what we're going to do, because both you and I know very well that this relationship won't end the way I want it to. Please tell me, Mr. Olegario, what you're going to do when you find out that what this man has done is deceive your daughter and then abandon her.
When that happens, it will have to be my daughter who will have to ask for explanations. Or me, because I'm her father. But not you. Okay? So if you want to start a fist fight with whatever jerk you could think of, just don't do it in my house. That's what the streets are for. Is that understood?
What happened? Sergio, I just saw Olegario. Did you have an argument?
I'm just very tired, Mother, that's all.
I know you very well, Ruben. Something is wrong with you.
Nothing's wrong, really. I told you, I'm just really tired. Hello. How are you, Mrs. Zenaida?
Fine, thank you.
Julia?
Hi.
Have you by any chance seen a shirt I left here last time? I'm just worried because someone may be wearing it.
Oh, a blue one. Yes. Oh, please come with me. I'll show you where it is.
Okay. Thank you.
know you spent time with Miss Amparo today. And for sure she has rejected you because she was very furious.
Just believe whatever comes into your head.
If you say so, Ruben. For sure you're aware that her boyfriend is here. And now I know for sure that this time Miss Amparo won't even turn her head to look at you. Unless if she asks you to do some kind of service for her. Because you're a house employee just like me. A mere farmhand. Oh, and would you please give the shirt back?
I know I have no right to demand anything at all. You're absolutely free to do whatever you want. Well, but if you insist on working for him even partially, I'm afraid I'm going to have to take extra measures and weigh what is more important to me in this ranch.
And it would be a pity, Rodrigo.
Especially for me, right? I don't know another veterinarian who's as good as you. But, Alonso, for personal reasons, I will never accept somebody who also works for my greatest enemy.
Well, excuse me, sir. My job is to keep the horses in good health. And whatever happens with my clients is none of my business.
Well, this makes it clear you're really a professional and you're acting as such. I really have no complaints about that, but I beg you, try to understand my position and understand my reasons.
I understand you. Believe me, I understand you. Even if it doesn't justify your wanting me to resign. But you can now relax. Because I told Mr. Olegario that I'm not working for him.
Oh. May I know May I know why you left?
I have my reasons, sir. Reasons which have nothing to do with your sentiments.
Well, I'm happy to hear this.
Although, I still have ties with that family. And I still have a relationship with Fabiola Montoya. I hope that it won't be a problem with you.
No, it's really not a problem. Good heavens. My only problem is with Olegario, not with his daughters. Okay. If you're really not working for him from this day on, then just forget everything I mentioned.
I'll try to forget about it. Mr. Rodrigo, if you have nothing else to tell me, I have to go to work now. Excuse me, sir.
You're the one who brought me here. And town people say I came here to this church because of your will. And then for some reason I have found this deceased priest book. And then finally I have found the piece of paper that talked about the burial. I wonder where that burial is. A treasure, I assume? It's always a treasure. Anyway, where could it be buried? In the breeze? But there's no breeze here. And it's not here either. Not here, or even here, and even here. You understand? It's not there. Would you help me, please? If you would help me, I promise you I will buy a box of beer for you alone right at this moment.
A box of beer, did you say?
A box full of candles. Of candles.
What did you lose, Father? You seem to be looking for something.
A page from this. A single page that I used to have here in this tiny bookend. I've been looking for it everywhere. I just can't find it, my goodness.
Father, listen, this place is very messy, can't you see? All right, I can help you clean this place if you want. This way we'll throw everything in the garbage.
No. I already cleaned here. Little by little. And besides, I know what we can throw out and what we can't.
All right then. I just came to tell you that my uncle wants you to go to the precinct.
Oh, really? Do you know what for?
Well, I just know that there are 2 policemen who came by and asked for you, Father.
What's so funny now, Malena?
You simply don't learn, Sergio, This is the second time that the veterinarian made you bite the dust.
He was lucky because your husband, the old geezer, came just in time to save him.
Sergio, when are you going to understand that beatings and petty violence don't do any good with a veterinarian, You have to use your intelligence on him. That is, if you have any.
If you're going to be sarcastic, I'll be stupid forever.
Just relax. I'm always on your side no matter what. The 2 of us are playing for the same team, Sergio. And we always do share the same interests, don't we? Don't look at me like that. I should be the one who's mad at you right now, Sergio. We're doing our best for an investment to stay with everything here, but you made a stupid blunder.
Elena, just try to put yourself in my shoes so you'd understand what I feel every time I cross paths with that imbecile. And that's why I wanted to kill him the moment I saw him in the stables.
Well, I don't know what you have to do to control the beast that lives inside you when you see him. But I'm telling you, this cannot happen again. Alonso is not immortal, Sergio. Just trust me on this.
Oh, really? Then tell me what you're planning to do now. Tell me. What's your marvelous plan?
You'll find out when the perfect time comes. For now, be satisfied just knowing Fabiola will soon be yours again. I promise you, Sergio. And Alonso will only be a bad memory for her.
Oh, Karina, for goodness sake. How could you go to Rodrigo's house perfectly knowing that Mrs. Ricardo also lives there?
I just went there to give him some paperwork.
Oh, but there's no reason why you have to expose yourself.
But what do you want me to do? Fabiola, I'm a professional, and I have to behave like one. I can't spend the rest of my life avoiding that woman, or spend my days trying to escape from her presence.
Are you even listening to yourself? Tell me what's going on, Karina. Were you pretending that you're innocent and we're just looking for excuses to meet and be with him?
I am not pretending that I am innocent, Fabi. I just went there to deliver the documents Rodrigo told me to bring and nothing else.
No. Tell me the truth now. Do you really think you can have a relationship with that man and that's why you're trying to see him?
No, because I know it's impossible. But what can I do? What can I do to stop loving him?